Welcome to Making Sense Conversations, the podcast. I'm Washeken Duati. This episode just goes out to the women who joined us on 29th of March for our inaugural Women and Money event, where we talked about the seasons, our relationship with money in the seasons, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Ladies, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for turning up. To those who didn't make it for this event, but I know you wanted to come, thank you as well. And you have helped me start something. You are part of the beginning of something. And beyond just what we learned, I want you to go back to that experience. It's taken me, this is over 3.5 weeks to internalize what happened. I'm a thinker, so things come out of me after I've absorbed and thought, and that's why you may not have seen me coming up with things immediately after, because what you imparted was so important. It was worthy of first thinking and reflecting about how we're going to move forward, but together. And what happened? What did you help make happen at that event? You helped make it clear that women, we need to go beneath the surface. If you remember, people spoke up. They spoke about what has been going on with their family. They spoke about what has been going on with their kids, what has been going on with their marriages, their emotional, their mental wellness. And it's never about just saying save, invest, pay back debt. It's really about what are those things that are actually holding us back. And what became very clear to me that day is we have been told for so long to hide our discomfort, not to inconvenience others. If you're like me, you've probably at some point been told you're overthinking, you're overreacting, you're overanalyzing. I remember once somebody telling me that I was rushing with a proposal, I should go slow on it, just because I'm a woman. And I think we've been made to feel that we have to be so aware of how other people are comfortable or not comfortable with us, and then we align accordingly. So you helped start making us comfortable with talking about what is uncomfortable, because we need to go to those uncomfortable places. You were part of something where we realized that we have to move from asking for permission from others, from the world, even people in our lives that we love, to giving ourselves permission, because nobody is coming to wave the flag for us. But if we start waving our own flags like we did that evening, magic is going to happen. You helped us uncover that for women, what we struggle with is there was a blueprint. Some people had blueprints that have completely powerfully impacted. If you remember, some of those conversations were around what they saw from their mothers that for the rest of their lives have made them invest boldly or ask or have these financial discussions with boldness. But for many of us, it was also we were given the blueprint of don't ask, don't tell, don't ask, go away. This is not your conversation. We were given blueprints that told us that, okay, be successful, but only this much. We're given blueprints that told us, don't out-earn the man in your life, things like that. And we were bold enough to say, that's the blueprint. So not only do I want to get my career ahead, my business ahead, I'm also trying to figure out, I'm also struggling with the blueprint. So there are two forces inside of me fighting each other as much as I know that I can do it. And with that, as I reflected this past week, something just occurred to me that is obvious for all of us when we think about it. When God created you, He did not ask anybody for permission, not even the loved ones in your life. So yes, we want to be respectful. Yes, we want to honor people in our lives. But how do we sometimes take it too far? Because God did not ask anybody for permission when He made you and created the path for you. And when we don't give ourselves permission to be who God created us to be, who are we actually helping? And was put out very well that evening. What example are we giving both our daughters and our sons? So our daughters to continue not giving themselves permission, but our sons to expect the women in their lives to constantly be shrinking to fit. So we have to stop shrinking to fit. And the speakers helped us understand the power of contentment in all of this. The power of keeping money aside for joy. And obviously being unapologetically capitalistic. Make that money. Question. Challenge. You have a right to that seat on the table. So thank you once again for validating this cause. This is not my cause. This is not Centonomy's cause. It is the cause that we must go forward on together to start having these conversations, to discover the tools needed, to discover the relationships needed, the support needed, but most of all, to discover that part that is in all of us that seeks to be more, and how to use money, how to use business as a tool for that. So for me, this has been something that has been percolating in my spirit for so long. The seed was planted a long time ago. I experimented with it a long time ago, but I feel now is the time. So thank you for helping me. Thank you for validating this instinct I have. And I'm looking forward to so much more. But today I just wanted to say thank you. I am going to be breaking down what we talked about with our 30s, 40s, and 50s in the next episodes on this same podcast. And remember, you want to take this practically forward. Please, please, please join us in our Centonomy classes for your money Centonomy 101, for your business Centonomy entrepreneur, and of course the book. And the same way we had those conversations is what we have been doing at Centonomy for quite a while. We are going beneath the surface to discover what holds you back and then give you those tools. So you will be hearing from us, but I just want to invite you officially to be part of this community. Let us know what it is you're struggling with that I can talk about on this podcast. And of course, there will be events coming up with different topics that I know you will want to be a part of. Please send this message out to even your friends who didn't make it. And so that we can, the more of us who are involved in this conversation, the more we are going to see this change. I can't tell you exactly what this is going to happen with this change, but change is coming for all of us. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And please log on to the next episodes for the 30s, 40s, and 50s conversation.